Good afternoon and welcome to Dumfries, Scotland for the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship 2014. And we are here in the Ice Bowl. So, the game this afternoon will be between Austria and Russia. Russia going well, 3-0, Austria 2-1. This is in the A group, 4 groups, and it's draw 12. So here is the standings in Group A. Hungary and Russia topping the table, yet to be defeated. Wales still in with a shout, along with Austria. But you've got to think the 2 defeats for Korea would put them out of the qualification. Also in this group are England, Denmark, Italy and Belarus, who really have struggled so far in this tournament. As we take a look at the team lineups, for Austria it's Claudia Fischer and Christian Roth. Russia is Victoria Moiseeva and Alexander Krushelny-Iski for the Russian male. So here are the rules of play. 1 male, 1 female, 6 stones per team, but they only play 5. 46 minutes of playing time, a minimum of 6 ends, maximum of 8, possibly extra ends should the game be tied. And the really important rule of play is no takeouts until the 4th stone of each end. So commentators for this game will be myself, Kenny Edwards, and I'm joined once again by Sarah Carlson. And Austria will be playing red, Russia the yellow. Russia drawing the 1-foot circle to determine the last stone advantage.
Yeah, the Russian team, they've been looking really good so far, undefeated. 2 good players, Victoria Moiseeva with 2 bronze medals from the World Juniors, and she also has won the Uni Games. So she is well qualified for this. But Christian Roth and Claudia Fischer, they got the bronze in 2012, so we probably shouldn't count them out either. Well experienced mixed doubles players. You see the pre-positioned stones there. The yellow one belonging to Russia, they have hammer. It's back T-line, and Claudia Fischer need to come around their center guard with the first freeze.
Englisch auch gut.
8, er ist länger. Läuft.
Oh.
Calling this one a bit heavy, and you don't want it heavy, you'd rather have it a bit short, because back of the T-line in mixed doubles is not going to help you a whole lot. Alexander pointing at the freeze. Would also be quite nice if they put this maybe top 8 foot to allow themselves some room. Victoria Moiseeva. They're coming around the other side.
Yeah, I thought they might have come the other handle, just to allow them to have a little bit more backing maybe, but this one's been played really, really well.
Comes all the way down, and it's a nice shot, but Austria can still come to the nose of this and tap it back a little, and it's going to be a really, really tight scoring area. They would have placed that a little bit higher in the rings, and the opportunity of scoring more would probably be easier.
Christian Roth for Austria.
Sehr schnell. Sehr schnell.
He will probably just look to maybe try and get a bit of separation between the yellow stones.
This one also heavy though. Don't really want to allow Russia a chance to come on with the third one here.
45. Sie hat 65 gespielt. Der Stein. Der Stein von ihr war 65 und der war 45.
Ja.
So, big opportunity for Alexander to get another yellow in here and really make it tight for Austria to get in the forefoot. First shot of the game for Alexander Krushelnitsky.
Нет, линии нет.
Там пока вес можно.
Ждем. Ждем, нельзя.
Можно вес вид. Начало дома.
Пока очень широко, Саш. Свип, свип. Свип. О, не надо ближе, пока... Нет, нет, нет. Свип, свип. Отличный вес.
Gets a good one, not quite the amount of curl that they wanted, and wonder how much Austria can see if they could maybe blast this all away. That would be a really good out for them.
Yeah, Austria really need to start moving things around.
Yeah! Fist! Fist!
He's not in a big hurry to try and catch the zone, but he can afford to be on the guard. He's not. That's a really nice shot by Christian Roth.
Yeah, just made a nice takeout, moved things around.
He didn't play too much weight at it either. And while that was a nice shot, Russia's, they're not allowed to hit as well. They can still hit to set 3 and they're all spread out. So it was a good attempt, but I'm not sure it's really going to do them a whole lot.
No, there's going to be a bit of separation between all the stones. And does enough to just remove the one of them.
Sollen wir gleiche Länge spielen?
Ja, normal.
So I'm a little surprised they're going for the shot stone here. I think if it was going to hit anyone, you hit the left one and roll across.
Why would that be?
Now, if you hit this one, there might be an easy double.
Whoa! Whoa!
And if should Russia play out nose hits, they would still score there too.
Yeah, and rolling off isn't the best option either, and still by hitting the other one, Russia's gonna struggle more to keep that big separation. So Alexander can now just come around here and still sit 2.
Yeah, why wouldn't you play the hit here, Sarah?
You certainly could. But might be nice to get some cover in behind the centre guard. Really need to be careful where you place this though. Don't want to leave a double off the wide one. Or even a freeze behind the T-line behind the guard. So
again, what's the thinking of coming this out turn rather than the in turn?
Well, you could probably wreck on the guard and still spill into the rings. Oh, but this is short though. Why would you play the out turn, Kenny?
You're more than likely gonna, even if you sit a little bit out, you take a little bit more ice, just make sure you're past the guard. If you don't quite get buried on the in turn, you might leave a nice double on the yellow stones.
But what a change in this end. Now all of a sudden Austria, they were in trouble all the way, looking like they were going to lose. A big score to Russia. Now they can hit and sit too. Forcing Victoria to just play for one.
Whoa, whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Going to hang around. That's a nice shot.
Yeah.
Hat ihn ausgeschaltet plötzlich.
Ja, ich wollte auf jeden Fall draußen liegen lassen, dass er liegen muss. Dass sie liegen muss. Sie liegen nicht gut spielen.
So I think they're electing to play the hit and just roll on the inside ever so slightly.
Of course, there is the risk of rolling out and giving up a steal of one, but if she's not fully comfortable with the draw, it might just be the easier shot.
8.
Да. Нет. Нет вообще.
Надо?
Вообще нельзя.
Отваливает?
So how's this one looking? And it's going to hit in the high side, and it will be a steal 1 to Austria.
One red?
Maybe want to take that one for a highlight.
Пошире было?
А?
Пошире было?
Просто так прямо.
Значит, ты как-то, значит, наверное, мягко сделал тот свой, раз он... Ну, это 8 была. Ну, давай.
So stones getting placed. There are other games going on here in the arena. England really struggling in this A group. They've lost a 3 to Korea in the first end. The only other score up is Hungary. They've managed to steal 1 over Wales. Into the second end.
Richtung ist gut.
Claudia Fischer,
Yep.
formerly
Go.
Toth,
Yep. Schaut gut
is
aus.
going to try and
Sicher? Ist noch weit aus.
draw round onto this yellow stone back of the button. Does a nice job.
Schöner Ringe. 65.
Just a little shortened curl, but that was some great weight. And Russia are going to tap this back a little bit. Might be a wise choice. Just get some room in between the stones, move them a little bit, and just sit on top there, create a pocket for themselves.
Нет пока.
Есть вес.
Линий пока много.
Пока больше.
Ждем, ждем, ждем.
Веса больше.
Нет, сам.
Вес есть. Чуть-чуть больше.
Давали.
Не давали?
Oh, but this one's way heavy. Will it even stick around? It will. Back 12 foot. Still looking quite good for Austria in this end after that first freeze. But since Russia have hammer, it's always dangerous leaving the yellow stones around. If they ever leave a double, could be looking at the same situation as last end.
Hab ihn schon wieder sehr schnell. Nur Länge.
Längis. 8,
Wow.
7,
Wow.
7, 7,
Wow.
6 bis 7.
6 ist gut. Ja, jetzt. Fist.
This one looking really nice. We would have liked it a little further though, Sarah, just maybe right into that white 1 foot area.
Yep, still in a very good position though, because it's a really usable stone and still quite early in the end.
Пауза. Линия хорошая.
So Alexander just going to try and possibly corner freeze the red right into the forefoot.
Только до конца ждем.
This one is
Воу.
looking a bit heavy too.
Свип! Свип!
Coming down nicely though.
Свип, да! Свип! Давай, до конца.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is nice. The pockets, it's not really the same type of pocket for Austria now.
Reicht nicht, dann legen wir hier einen her. Dolly ist
So
frei.
they're going to need to come around the intern. The tap isn't really
6 bis 7.
Sieben
that
wäre
good
super.
anymore. Or it's at least it's more difficult.
Yeah, Christian Roth just.
Wie ist die Länge? Linie ist gut.
What do you like about Christian's
Wow.
the way he slides? He doesn't rush
Schneller.
Nur 7.
after the stone.
Wow.
He just
Wow, ist länger.
fully concentrates on delivering that stone where he needs to.
Wow. Ist 9.
9.
Then makes efforts to sweep, but that was just a little bit heavy.
Yeah, but as you said, it's so important in mixed doubles that you focus on one thing at a time.
Kannst du 75 auch spielen. Das liegt ja nämlich genauso blöd in der Linie. Единственное, если они привезут. Если мы сюда привезем, то им проще будет сыграть, потому что он у них как раз под ударом. Мне не нравится это убирать, наш стоит сюда прям. Мне пока нравится его закрыть. Ну, пусть они сюда везут, мы потом если что через него сыграем. Вот так. Или наоборот, тогда уже вот так. Вот так.
I think they're looking at the angle freeze here.
I think that I think they just try to corner freeze at the edge of the red, maybe about half stone. Stop the promotion.
Yep, really important with the line here though, so that you don't line them up instead.
Помягче, немножко поуже было. О, нет, линия есть, линия норм.
Где сначала?
Начало хорошо.
Садиться.
Свип! Свип! Вес только! Свип! Свип! Да. Надо замазать. Да. Еще немножко. Воу.
So there's just going to be a guard instead. Is it still done the job of stopping the promotion of that red one?
I think it's probably just done enough, but again, there's still a big pocket to come round and freeze now.
Christian, ansonsten liegt er hier, ist auch nicht schlecht.
Ja.
Aber hier ist er perfekt.
Yep, that's perfect.
Even if he comes right down onto his own red, it might just be enough to sit second shot.
Länge?
5, 6.
Wow. Nur Länge. Muss
Braucht.
fallen. Muss. Okay.
Braucht.
Ja.
He was a bit heavy with his previous draw. This one instead maybe a tad short.
Still pretty good though there, Sarah.
And
Very,
now
very
both of those stones can be pushed forward a bit.
It's going to be difficult for
Nein, das war gut.
Russia to score any more than they're two now.
Давай гард поставим.
Yeah, and a score of 2 in mixed doubles curling
Просто
isn't
под этот замажь.
as big a deal as it is in regular curling. We quite often see teams trading
Я с
3s and
8
4s.
So, do you think he's maybe just thrown a guard with this?
I would think so, yes. The tap on the right red that we see on our screens now is more difficult than tapping the one that Christian just played. So that would mean they are also content with scoring 2. They're not going to look for a bigger score in this end.
Sweep! Sweep надо замазать, да. О, оставь. Хорошо. Хорош.
Eigentlich ist fast die dolle Linie. Der Nachterlänge.
Ja, wobei vorne die Guard ist schon sehr weit drüben jetzt.
Die ist sehr weit drüber, schon am Schluss gehört sie.
Aber gib mir so. Also ich muss auf jeden Fall an der Guard vorbei angehen, sollte ich nicht, nicht, dass sie noch irgendwie 3 machen.
Achterlänge.
Ja.
Yeah, so does cover the red, but I still think it's quite long, so they'll probably be a first shot.
Christian, ich sehe. Der ist halt so viel innen, dass ich ihn nicht sehe.
Ja, aber die Guard ist ungefähr 4 Meter oder 5 Meter entfernt. Und die Guard ist nur 3 Meter entfernt.
Weil der rechts ist genau versteckt.
Der ist einfacher.
Not liking the look from the hack. Now another look in the rings.
So vorbei, damit du eine Chance hast. Weil der Stein liegt hier. Also ich überlege, ob ich den spiele. Der ist, glaube ich, leichter.
Wie du willst. Ich würde den spielen.
Du willst den spielen, okay.
Ja. Weil die Guard weiter weg ist.
So they're just looking to play back ring weight.
Ja, aber mein erster ist auch nicht viel gecurlt. Der ist auch relativ gerade geblieben.
A question
Also
of
ich spiele rechts.
the right one or the left one.
So,
And it is Claudia that's gotten her will through. This one is, it looks easier to play it on the out-turn side.
yeah, it looks a little bit, maybe a little bit more easier, but they have been playing the in-turn, so they've got a little bit more idea of what it's going to do in the in-turn.
Okay.
9 bis 10.
Muss curlen.
9.
Wow. Nix.
This one still needs to curl. Don't think it's going to do enough, is it? It's not. And what it is going to do is leave the edge of the forefoot for a draw. It might actually be a hit, and you can't anywhere on the inside. You can't go wrong.
No, you pretty much can't.
Yeah, the yellow just go onto the other yellow, which will lock on the red. So just anywhere on the inside of that. So Victoria WCF
Давай лучше привезем, мне чуть не очень нравится этот.
for Russia. I think now has changed her mind. She's just going to look to try and maybe draw this back red for her third shot. Final stone of the second end.
Узко, что ли?
And
Слава, здесь нет.
a nice swooping action, but that was just going to over curl underweight, and It will only be a score of 2 for Russia. It's a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Но он мог, да, кстати.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's one of the trickier things with
7-5-8.
mixed doubles, because
Ну, я боялась сделать.
normally you have your sweepers to help you indicate the weight, and now it's just you alone in the hack, and it's harder because you're not getting the same kind of feedback. That last draw coming up well short. Switzerland have a 2-0 lead over Romania. Hungary and Wales are now tied at 1 each. Denmark has a 2-0 lead over Belarus, or Belarus actually just scored 2, so 2 each over there. Finally, England got 2 back on Korea. Korea still leading that game 3-2.
So I'm just waiting to get underway.
Но он не работает. It does work. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So once again, I like the umpires are really fast.
Yeah, they're not hanging around here.
Oh, it's really good just letting the players keep their rhythm, and he will go and stand on the hog line rather than them having a lot of looks at the stones, and then it can be fixed before the next end.
Yeah.
%69% for Victoria Moiseva throughout the tournament. Fairly good for mixed doubles.
Вес бы надо. Очень надо.
Yeah, this one
Очень сел.
it's going to pull up short though.
Что-то как-то лед хуже едет, чем в первом эйде.
Yeah, still leaving quite a lot of room for Austria to keep coming round.
Claudia Fischer, 56 so far in the tournament.
Oh, ich glaube, Länge hat er genug.
Länge ist, glaube ich, gut.
Wow. Yep. Yep.
So just not got the legs to get right down into the 4.
No, but that's a well played stone.
Ja, immer relativ weit. So ein bisschen weniger Eisen.
Gib das Nachtfuß.
Better there than all the way back. %78% for Alexander. Certainly good numbers.
Воу. Не-не-нет. Внимание.
Нормально, будь тихо.
Воу, вес, вес!
We can see by the percentages why Russia have 3 straight wins so far. This one's gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, it's a real nice shot right down into the 1 foot, right on top of that red stone.
Реально казалось, что сильнее идет. Блин, что получается?
Ich überlege nur, mit welcher Länge.
Now that red one might be in quite a usable position though. If Austria can just tap this down in the right angle. You don't need to play a lot of weight, just
Wir können den mit
push
einer
everything back a
10er
bit.
Länge tappen. Oder vorne aufmachen.
Oder vorne aufmachen.
Das Problem ist halt, die stellen uns einfach wieder eine Garde. Es sind ja zwei Garden eigentlich.
Ja.
Und wir können schon den tappen. Ich möchte nur nicht zu schnell spielen, weil sonst gehen alle roten und der gelbe bleibt.
Ja, so 9er Länge, 9 bis 10.
Ja? 10er Länge braucht er, glaube ich.
Okay.
Da treffen.
Ja.
So looking to maybe take the double.
No, they were just going to tap it with backring weight to also keep the shooter and push the yellow one out in the open. I think this is a nice call. Keep 3 reds around.
Yeah!
Well, I think he must have been a little bit inside with that one.
Yeah, 64% for Christian Roth. Need the outside of the red. Oh, could maybe have left it a tiny bit, but won't really do much of a difference there. Seemed like good weight as well, just probably a bit tight to the broom.
Yeah, I think so. Straight away, Claudia was calling Christian to sweep, so maybe just a little narrow away.
Мне кажется, сильнее.
По весу начала пока.
Начало или толкнем?
Плохой вес. Не, хороший вес.
Можно за ним?
Хорошо будет.
So I think Russia maybe just
Ну нет. Свип!
trying to throw something up tight to the rings.
Он не зама... Да, можно. До конца.
Yeah, just cutting that tap up on the red once again.
Ja? Я вообще, если честно, хотела крикнуть.
What can Christian Roth do? He's looking to probably spill both these guards, do you think?
Yeah, that seemed would have been really nice if he also got just a bit of action on the ones in the rings, because the yellow center one is just another center guard basically.
Wir haben eigentlich nur den, gell? Leider. Ja, über die Mitte. Er könnte schon mit dem Stay auf die Mitte spielen, aber
Ich
ich
sag
weiß
nicht.
immer.
I think Russia will just probably be throwing the centre guard once again. But just a little bit off the centre.
Yeah, protect just a bit of the red one to prevent the tap being made.
Свип! Свип! Надо дотереть!
To go hard to get this one over.
Whoa!
Oh, and he's just done enough. But then again, it's so high and there's quite a lot of curl on this side, so I'm not sure he's really taken away the tap.
Хороший.
Ist offen, ja. Wenn es in die Nase trifft, bleibt wahrscheinlich der Spielstand da
Der
liegen.
geht darüber. Ja. Ja, aber du hast dann Möglichkeiten von außen noch mehr auf den Dolly zu kommen.
Ja, ist so. Okay.
Der. Falsche Seite.
Ich glaube, der ist zu schwer.
Okay. Also fast Nase und
Fast
schnell.
Nase, ja.
Ja? Und wenn er minimal außen ist, er nicht schlecht. Ja? So, Eis?
So, ja.
Yeah, so once again, Austria being forced to play the takeouts on these Russian stones.
It's still a tight game, and if they score one, it'll be 2 each, but they don't really want to give away a steal, so just making sure that they have a way to score. This is a tricky one though. That yellow is dead frozen to the one on the button. It would be good if he could get some movement on both of them.
Yeah! Fest!
Yeah, once again on the... just electing to catch it on the high side. I thought they maybe would have just come down at control weight, pushed the yellow maybe onto the other yellow.
Yeah, I think they needed to get some movement in the forefoot, for sure.
Ну, да, ну если сюда, ну как бы, ну, у меня тоже устраивает, главное по линии. Даже если он вот сюда придет, ну это, конечно, не очень хорошо, но в принципе... Нет, это двойной может, а так... Хорошо. На 7 где-нибудь делать? На 7-5?
Давай на 8 делай.
8. Ладно.
So this will be the last stone for the Russians. I'm just a little surprised that they're not playing the nose hit.
Yeah, they certainly could.
Ты стоишь как
If they
первый?
are sitting shot,
Как первый камень мой стоишь?
guarding this would give them a great chance of
Ты
stealing away the
стоишь
end.
так, как мой первый.
А, да.
Seem to be enjoying themselves out there.
I think a lot of teams seem to be having a lot of fun.
Есть вес. Ближний, даже сильнее. Начало.
Сам, Виталий.
Прибавит.
Сам.
А, нормально.
Сначала можно пустить, полкарт.
Yeah, got to probably make sure cover the right side with this. Yeah, they probably have yet. So now, can Austria come down and pick up their one to level the game?
It's looking difficult.
Is it there at barrier weight to come down onto the nose of the higher yellow, drive it back, just pick the yellow across the face?
I think it would be there, but there's also a huge risk of losing too if you play it. So, I'm not sure if it's worth it.
Ach so meinst du?
Ja, da schreiben Sie dann 2. Ja. Verlass was.
Gibt man Takeout ganz außen oder so? Noch weiter.
I believe they have the broom all the way out on the 12 foot. Do they think they can draw, or are they just throwing this away?
They might be throwing this away. Yeah, it looks like they're just throwing it away. And maybe leaving it to the umpires to decide who's sitting shot. They may already be sitting one.
One yellow.
No. Yeah, there you heard it. One yellow, so
Yes.
the Russians now 3-1 ahead after 3 ends.
Yeah, just one really great draw can set you up well in mixed doubles.
So, update from the other sheets. Switzerland, Romania. Switzerland taking a 2 in the second end to go 4-0 up. And Hungary taking 4 in the third to lead Wales 5-1. Also Korea, they're still ahead of England 5-2, but the game between Denmark and Belarus all tied at 2 each. So off into the fourth.
Только вес есть.
Пока вес нет.
Пока шире.
Можешь сесть
Пока
очень.
шире.
Пока нет.
Пока шире. Нет, вес сам.
Вес нет точно.
Даже сильнее идет.
Вес сильнее, да. Садится.
And quite a lot of handle on this one. See, it just didn't curl as much.
По линии пошире было.
Sechserling.
No, of course, the more rotation you give the stones, the straighter they tend to go. Just means that with that angle, Claudia Fischer can come to the nose of the yellow and sit really nicely.
Länge ist 6 bis 7. 7.
Da bist sehr flott. Wow, wow.
8.
Ist lang, ist lang.
Tappt.
Ja, ja,
Ja,
10,
fix.
10. Ja, 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 ja. Sonst geht er raus. Ja. Ist auch gut.
Ich habe ihren so schnell gestoppt, dann hat er
Ja,
so
70
gebremst.
habe ich gestoppt. Von da.
Yeah, that one
так
still
не встану.
leaves a chance.
Okay, schauen wir, dass wir
There's a
wahrscheinlich
big
kriegen,
sort of
weil-
pocket of stones back at the tee now. So Russia just going on the in turn.
Мягенько, воу.
This is where probably the
4 фута.
Пока шире.
higher of the
Если
stones will
брать
be
только
sitting.
оттуда. Хотя, да, только оттуда.
Умирает. 6.
Пока нельзя, вообще очень широко идет.
6 футов.
Свип, 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 свип. Свип до конца.
Yeah, it's okay there. It's protecting that short stone back of the button.
Ну вот, да, я...
Siehst du, da kannst du was ziehen. Oder den! Aber den würde ich später machen.
Weg ist ein schöner. Ist gut.
Oh, so they have elected to come around and freeze on the out turn. There is a fair bit of swing, so it should be possible. They were also talking about the double on the yellows.
Sehr schnell. Kein Strich. Keinen Strich, bitte. Noch sehr schnell. Wow!
Look like they have some good line,
Ja, ja, ja.
Yes, and it looks really nice.
and it's all the way there.
Ist jetzt so schnell. Na,
And a nice drop.
Das ist von Abstand
Would have
das
liked
andere.
to maybe just sit a bit higher, because now they tapped it just a bit, and it's easier for Russia to follow.
Воу, нет, чуть шире.
сильнее вроде.
Воу. Нельзя, ждем. Сильнее, сильно.
Подохнет сейчас.
Давай, может, в этот. Свип.
4 будет сам.
Воу.
This one looking
Нет,
little.
сильнее.
It's a bit heavy. We'll just chip off of there.
А у меня такой же точно вес. Тот.
Wie viel siehst du da innen?
Ja, 6 los. Ja, so.
So? Könntest du hier treffen mit einem Board? Wird schon reichen, weißt du?
There's a lot of stones in that 4-foot area.
Claudia Fischer
Wir können nur den Roll
asking
spielen,
if
einer.
they can
Wir könnten aber auch, wenn wir hier
yeah,
mit
hit
Control
there with
treffen,
board weight
einfach
and get
tappen,
both of the
indem wir
yellows
drüber tappen.
out of the 4-foot.
Was sein
Ist
kann,
gut.
ist, dass wir dann fürs Double liegen, aber wenn er das Double
pretty
spielt,
difficult
liegt
to
er
do
immer
that, I
offen
think.
und wir
Ja,
liegen
das-
Yeah, would yeah.
Also nur Board
So,
oder,
Board.
oder
Ja.
Control.
sonst wird er den
They
Roll.
could get a nice roll.
Na, Board.
Okay, und ansonsten ein Roll. Seht
Ja.
ihr, wie es kommt.
Christian Roth for Austria.
Board is good.
Played pretty steady this afternoon.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And has moved things around. Has he sat 3? I don't think he has. He's certainly sitting 2.
Yeah. Yeah, he is a good player. Also coaches the Austrian junior boys.
Ja, zweimal liegen.
Воу, нет. Тоже пошире. Воу, нет! Нельзя, подожди. Ну подожди. С другой стороны.
So
Свип.
this one is also
Воу.
looking
Давай
pretty
просто
good.
Свип, свип, свип.
That does leave Austria sitting 2.
Блин, теперь двойной не пробить. Хорошо стоит это. Ну нет, он это. Нет, там нет. Круто. Как пробить?
So what are Austria looking at here, Sarah?
I think
Это очень сильно надо.
they were looking at drawing into the gap. Doesn't look too easy. But they also need... Well, they're sitting nice quite now, but they also need to worry about if Russia makes a play on their top yellow. Even if they get another one in there, it's not going to matter right now if Russia promotes the yellow one that they just played.
Der ist jetzt nicht so viel schwerer. Ich würde irgendwie schon ganz gern was spielen.
Could
Aber das
also maybe come to the inside of that yellow, push it back through the forefoot and line another one up.
Treffen.
Ja, er muss ihn da treffen.
Und zwar mit einer mindestens 9er, 10er
Ja,
Länge.
eben. Das bringt auch
10er
nichts.
Länge eigentlich.
Ja.
Weil er wird da wahrscheinlich hängen bleiben.
Yeah, it's pretty risky doing that, the Sarah.
Die Frage, ob
der?
den
Well, they've
Sternstein
just
spielen
played
soll.
a couple of stones down the same line and
Da siehst du aber keine Luft.
done a good job,
Müsstest
so
auch mit einer Hauslänge
Da müsste
machen.
einer mit einer Hauslänge kommen.
Also wenn wir einfach hier einen anfriesen, dann ist der nicht mehr möglich eigentlich. Und der
Yeah, I
ist auch
like
schwer.
that call, just the
Und wenn er
freeze on
dann
the
trifft, ist er
inside,
auch nicht schlecht.
even if you're a little short.
Das sicherere. Musst du sagen, wenn du dir den Tap zutraust, dann wäre er sehr schön. Ich glaube, es curlt auch genug, aber er darf halt nicht weit sein. Das ist das Einzige.
Ja, ja, das ist es.
Du, und sonst ist offen. Toleranz eng und sonst ist offen.
Ja, wenn offen ist, müssten wir schauen,
Ja,
dass
ja.
wir zwei machen. Das ist. Auf welche Seite? Ich glaube, der Tap ist einfacher als der.
Der Tap ist einfacher.
Ja.
Willst du machen einfach nur. Ich weiß nur nicht, wie wir dann 3 machen. Ne? Okay, dann machen wir es so.
Er wird daher spielen.
I think they've decided on just playing a draw up against the yellow in the forefoot, even if it is a little short. Russia would then have an attempt at just driving this Yellowstone on the left right back into the pocket.
in der Hauslänge. Wow.
Bis 3.
Wow, wow.
2 bis 3.
Über Curl. Über Curl. Wow.
And they are just going to play the guard.
It's still long though. I think Russia will just come down.
Да, я просто думаю, что, ну если что, то...
It's just the high side of the nose really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Да, мне нравится так, по центру.
He was pointing on rolling to the inside. Do you think they're trying to drive it down to the left yellow and roll it in? It seems a lot more
I think
difficult.
they're trying to make sure it's hard for Austria to score more than 2.
Yeah.
Oh. Hot potato with that one.
Sweep!
No one's there to sweep it though. Ah. Well, as you've done enough to cut them down to sit in only 1, but they all have also opened that side up, so shouldn't be a problem for Austria to score 3 now. Or it might not be that straightforward because there's, of course, there's yellow backing, but
It's just on the nose, I think. Control weight.
So viel nach hinten bewegen.
I think they're worried possibly if
Oder Marc kann
they
es
take it back, they might move the back red as well. So this looks like they're just coming along that sort of battering weight just to nudge it back a couple of feet.
yep.
Wir liegen jetzt zweimal, oder?
Ja.
Einmal.
Nur der.
Einmal.
Okay, so they're sitting only 1. They do have a chance of scoring 3 if coach bench, Irina Kolesnikova and Claudia Voigt, girlfriend of Christian Roth.
So final stone of the 4th end.
Ich habe ihn sehr schnell gestoppt.
9.
Oh, da ist länger, das ist
So they're saying this one's just back ring and no more.
Oh, this needs to curl.
Durch die Lücke.
And it will only be a single point, so a missed opportunity for Austria.
Yes.
Still only trailed by 1 and score 3-2 in Russia's favour. Teams will head for a break, but I'll give you an update elsewhere on sheet A. That one's a bit of a runaway game for Switzerland. They lead 8-2 over Romania. Hungary, Wales, they are 5-4 down now on sheet C. And England, Korea. Korea still leading 6-2. And Denmark, Belarus, Denmark leading 7-3. first end. You see Russia sitting 2 in the 1 foot, just not curling enough, and it would be a steal for Austria. Second end. Victoria Moisieva pulled up short. Russia did score 2 though. Third end, and Russia in all sorts of trouble. This one just comes down and nudges it back. Fourth end, and Claudia Fischer with a chance to pick up 3. This one played a little heavy, it just hung a little straight, and it would only be a single point. So Russia still leading 3-2 as we head into the second part of the game. Fifth end, Claudia Fischer with her first rock. Austria playing red, Russia yellow. Commentators are myself, Ken Edwards, and Sarah Carlson here at the Ice Bowl in Dumfries, Scotland.
Yeah, and that can be a costly mistake, I reckon, on the guard with the first freeze, because it means that you leave the team with the last stone advantage a chance to sit 2 very early in the end and start building up control. This is Victoria Moisieva for Russia. Gonna draw another one in here. Nicely placed, quite high in the house. Oh, and she is just past the guard. Good sweeper. The Russian girl comes maybe a bit too deep, because still quite a nice freezing opportunity for Austria.
Länge ist gut.
Ja.
5.
Ja. Kommt
Yeah,
gut.
got to make sure they're passed with this one.
Festlinie. Festlinie, Festlinie, Festlinie. Weiter, weiter, weiter. Fest.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Just followed down the same track as the Russians and gets a little tap. That's a great shot by Christian. And that's definitely one of the reasons why Russia's stone, if that was just top 8 foot, this situation would never have happened. So they're now gonna start opening things up. They are 1 point up. If they can just score, they're gonna be up by 2, so it's quite a good situation. Getting rid of the guard now that they're allowed to hit. Of course, you're only allowed to hit stones with a 4th played stone in each end, which will be this one.
Yeah, Russia throwing the heat with this one. Alexander just gonna peel the guard off.
I think they were looking now if they wanted to run it all the way back or get the double. Just somewhere in between with that one.
Yeah, so now there's no centre guard on.
3 bis 4.
Russia do have the last stone advantage. Do you expect them to try and pull the play around that corner guard?
Yeah, that would make sense. But first of all, I think they're going to try and clean up the centre. This Christian Roth is just putting up another guard there. And in the regular curling, you have so much more time to try and build and set up. But in mixed doubles, you're only playing 5 stones. So if it's not looking good from the beginning, you might need to get out of trouble quite early. And he has left path down to the shot stone, so now we're going to see Russia do exactly what you said, Kenny. They can remove the red and get a roll towards the corner. I don't think they would mind actually removing one of the yellows that are sitting in the back of the tee line either, because it's just such a nice pocket for Austria to freeze on, even if they come around the corner with this. This is a curly spot though, playing close to the centre line. We've seen so many teams over curl. Has he got this passed? Oh, he's just passed. And well, he has over curled. Gets rid of the backing, but still leaves the red stone shot. So close to the guard.
Yeah, very close, and he rolled in a little bit as well. So if they're going to try and get to the nose of that yellow, they'll need to lighten the weight.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get to, that's for sure.
Not many stones to come on this end now. Foster could maybe just lay a guard. They'd be looking good to steal.
Yeah.
Look at the angles there. It might still be there, just hit weight. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, I think they're playing a sort of board-ish weight at this, trying to push it back to the yellow and the red. But he was so close to the guard with his previous. I don't know if they dare to come that close again. Maybe a bit of a different release on this.
Yeah, only catching at quarter stone.
It will stick around though. If Russia would ever find the way with their last to get rid of the red one, there are a lot of yellows in the rings.
Yeah, Austria will just try and throw another one up just to protect it. But look at the line in this, Sarah. It's very, very high.
I think Claudia gets a bit more curl on her in turn though than what Christian does.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, ist gut, genügt. Sehr schön. Ja, geschaut haben mit 20, 14.
Да, я понимаю. Просто если я вот так попаду. Я вообще изначально тот имела в виду.
А, да, вот этот?
Большой. Ну, дальний. Большой. Ну что, хочешь рискнуть? Нет, сейчас мне не нравится больше. Ну, вообще мне нравится, даже если -1 будет, то ничего. Да, плохо.
What would you do, Kenny, if you were Russia?
I think you maybe just come round at draw weight and try and tap the yellow back onto the 1 foot. Then you don't risk giving up any more than the single point. If you go after an angled raise, you might end up giving up 2. They are looking at the angled raise.
This is a
Покажи
big
тут, куда
shot.
попасть. Ага.
Yep, so that's what we're going to go for. Try and drive this red back onto the yellow. And a big push with our final stone here in the fifth. Looking pretty
Again,
good.
it's calling. Ah,
So no damage done really. And it will be a steal of 1 for Austria.
I
Опять так свалил в конце.
guess it's
Вообще как
one of the
первый
big
раз.
one of the good things with throwing that much weight is
Судьба,
you won't stick the stone very often, the one that you're throwing down onto it, so makes the risk a little bit less
надо брать.
or a bit smaller. And it's a tied game after 5. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
I think the Russians have certainly looked a little more positive when they have last stone, but Austria have just managed to hang on to Russia. So
Yeah, a couple of mistakes from Russia, with especially with that first draw just being too deep, allowed them to just make one really good one and then hang on to it for the rest of the end like they have been doing.
So it'll be Austria that has started in this 6th end.
Achtung, Linie. Ja, Linie.
She wrecked on the guard
Fest.
with the previous. Need this all the way down. I think she's calling it a bit short. And it's really, really curling. And she's done it again. And actually split these out into 2 corners now. It's quite favourable for Russia. They can now half bury one down here and not really leaving a freeze, and Austria won't be able to play a takeout. If they make this a good one, they'll have a lot of pressure on
Нельзя,
Austria
нельзя.
in the 6th end.
Yeah, it's not what you're looking for.
Нет. Ой, нас тут наехал. Можно?
That's sitting out in the open.
Просто как бы вижу, что он на вот эту штучку прям по ней едет.
Does cover the inside edge.
Мне казалось, придержала.
It's difficult to come down to the shot stone because of where the left red guard is. It's just where it starts to curl. So you might just need to come down and tap or freeze onto the one that Moisieva just played.
Fest, Linie! Fest, Linie!
7, 8.
Alles! Alles, Linie! Fest, 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 fest! Alles, alles, alles! Fest, fest, fest! Weiter! Fest, fest, fest! Fest, 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 fest! Der geht noch, der geht noch, der geht noch! Fest, 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 fest!
Comes quite close to making it. But now the red ones without backing.
So ein schmaler Port.
Hält man fast.
Знаешь, вот так бы сделать. Вот это бы чуть-чуть.
Yeah, just looking at
Да, просто чтобы этот не стоял.
where the yellow is. It's right in behind that guard now.
Да. Но сюда плохо. Вот если фриз привести, то двойного нет. И фриза нет. Единственное, что они могут вот так сыграть. Хорошо. Борт?
So board weight hitting the red. I think they also want to push the yellow back of the button back a bit and then keep rolling in behind the corner.
Да,
If they
мне
make
даже в ту
this,
сторону больше нравится.
it's going to look good for them.
Yeah, just maybe catch the quarter stone of the red.
And it's good because they don't really want to leave that yellow one there, still for Austria to freeze on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Нет, нет! Нет! Sweep! Whoa!
And has just left a big pocket.
She called them off for quite a long while as well, and they needed to hit it really thin.
Also entweder wir knallen oder Spielstein hier. Ja?
Yeah, so that leaves a nice pocket just for Austria to play a freeze.
They're not playing a freeze though, they're playing the double and rolling and hoping that they're going to set shot on the forefoot. I'm not sure this is going to be great for them, because even if they do this, it's going to be really easy for Russia to come down and follow and sit two behind corner guards.
Ja, fest! Ja, fest! Wow! Wow, wow.
Ja. Wow, wow.
Is it just done just enough to hang around for shot stone?
I think he might have. Just looking, yeah, I think he has.
I'm not sure it was the right call, but he certainly executed.
So Russia will just come round and try and corner freeze. I'll like to tap it back, maybe. A foot or so.
Только вес! Да, о, по колени вообще нет, Саш!
This one just doesn't look as if it's got
Ань, да.
enough running on it.
No, it looks well short. How far can he drag it?
Да. Надо сет, ага.
And Victoria also up to help now. He's really getting this a long way.
Oh, that's a great
nice
shot.
sweeping. It's amazing.
If he's sitting two, that's just about perfect.
There you see, Austria played their shot perfect, but it was never really going to help them. Now everything is just on behind the corner guards as well, which is not ideal if you're looking to steal. Of course, it's a tight game. If they just force Russia to one, it's also good, but they are potentially going to score two.
Ja, ist 8.
Wow! Darf einfach nicht
9.
treffen.
9.
Okay, ja.
9.
Fest. Und weiter. Fest.
Although it's sitting short, it's going to be wide open.
Yeah, and it's going to leave Russia a chance to set three.
Сюда плохо, сюда вообще нельзя. Надо вот так, да? Да. Они вести будут. Может вообще, если... Ну нет, клиром нельзя, они вот сюда привезут. Давай сюда рольчик.
Давай, да.
Какой вес хочешь?
Давай борт.
Борт?
Наверное, да.
Давай. Хорошо. Свип! Свип! Да! Надо, свип, надо, свип!
Really going hard on this one.
Да, лучше
This was
даже
curling.
свип, чем ролл.
A long way. Have they got it past the top yellow? They have.
Не надо.
And it comes down onto the nose. Not where they wanted it.
Мне не нравится вообще ролл. Пусть даже стей. Если они стеем
And
привозят...
pointing at the freeze now, the only question is how do you get there? should also hit this and roll, try and roll behind the yellows. At least make it a difficult one for Moiseeva with her last.
So what can Claudia Fischer do?
Ja.
Looking to...
Wow, schneller.
Russia from picking up 2 or 3.
Ja!
This one's certainly got the weight.
Ja.
Yeah, they needed to roll though. They've left a no set for 3.
Yeah, and even got a catcher anywhere on the...
Я думаю, с такой на одну можно. Нет?
Yeah, so opportunity to really extend their lead.
Last one on the 6th end. I think she's put quite a lot of weight on this.
Yeah, anywhere on the outside though, you can crash into the red like we said.
Yep.
Played it well, erred on the professional side and picked up 3.
Yep, so it's 6-3 to Russia after 6 ends. They are just looking a bit sharper. And we do have 1 game over. Korea beat England 10-2. Denmark also won their game against Belarus. They scored a 5 and then they scored a 4 and they won 11-5. Hungary and Wales are on 7 each after Wales took 3 and then stole 3. And finally Switzerland is ahead of Romania 8 shots to 3.
Да, я тут не возила.
Давай.
Это не узко, помнишь, у меня просто раз свалилось?
So do you expect Russia to really hit for home, or do you expect them to go on the attack, Sarah?
I think they are one of the teams that are more likely to hit. Because they have been throwing quite a lot of peels, and both Alexander and Victoria are quite accurate with the up weight, so I do expect them to throw a couple of hard ones this end. If they can just limit Austria to scoring 1 or even 2, then they're going to be looking good to win the game. 52% in total for this game for Claudia.
Yep.
Both leads on throwing them one right up onto the button.
Ну, вообще да. Не раскрыть гард, да. Вообще нам надо с этой стороны, потому что с этой... А, не, наоборот, нам надо с этой прикрыть, потому что отсюда они будут сюда, и он в наш идет. Отсюда они могут его вынуть. Значит, надо здесь прикрыть.
So I think they're contemplating peeling the centre guard.
Да, если ты дотрешь.
They're not allowed to yet, though.
Yeah.
Так. Хорошо.
I think that's what they were talking about in a couple of shots' time. They were discussing, you know, they go into the top of the the rings right in on top, and they were talking about what are the opposition going to do.
Your Russian is that good, is it?
It's getting there.
But good for you. 74% for Alexander, and that should put him among the top players.
Воу. Воу, нельзя, нельзя. Вот сейчас можно. Воу. Воу. Свип, 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 Dumfries. Воу, нет.
And he's really played a couple of great draws this game. That was another one.
Ring zu dem aufmachen, oder?
Einfach nur auf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kann ich so spielen?
That's exactly what
Wenn's vorbeigeht.
they were discussing straight away. Austria are going to peel that centre guard if they go in on top.
Aber
Mir wär's lieber, du spielst ihn hier.
So my Russian obviously is quite good, Sarah.
It's better than I would expect it to, Kenny. I would like to see them maybe stick around as a corner with this. They're throwing a lot of weight. They could just because they need to score a couple.
Мне кажется, да. Зачем? Мне нравится дальнего, нет? Они все равно через него будут бить. Здесь им очень сложно что-то делать. Ну, в смысле, среднего. Ну, как стоял. Да. Я чуть меньше стану.
Хорошо.
It's an approach that we don't see too often. Team that's down by 3, peeling off the centre guard, and the team that's ahead of the game, putting it back.
Чуть-чуть пошире, нет. Саш, с той стороны.
But it is Austria that's going to need to make a move in the rings.
Ой, это, по-моему, ближе, да, еще? Это вообще без вращения. Все.
Oh, and that one picked and actually left the corner guard.
Oh,
And when you see that, you think they would have maybe just blasted everything in the rings to try and limit the scoring for Austria.
yeah, it's really not what you need at this stage of the game. But they are leading 6-3. So.
Spielen so wie deine Peelings vorher auf der Seite, weil die sind relativ gerade gewesen. Am Schluss haben sie ein bisschen gekrallt, also wenn ich dir so
Aber
einfliege.
Yeah, I think they're just going to blast everything with this.
als weit außen treffen.
Yeah, once again, it's
Sonst spielen wir auch wieder so.
they need to keep their shooter. Would be nice if they could keep as many as possible around, so maybe not play this with too much weight. Looks like they're going to throw peel, though, judging by the amount of it.
Christian. Okay, alles gut. Was?
I think you could probably play this at control weight, though, rather maybe even back ring. I don't think you need to throw big weight at this.
No, it's just if you can keep all the 3 reds around, that would be a great result. But with this weight, you know, 2 of them are going to fly.
Yeah. And you've got separation between the 2 yellows as well.
Ja, die anderen sind am Schluss. Die Peelings sind am Schluss.
Yeah, see that red's wide open.
Воу, свип! Воу! Воу! Нет. Clear.
Probably just hitting and running with this, it would be the call now. Yeah, he's going to hang around in the outside maybe.
Молодец.
Yeah.
Было просто помягче, я так понимаю.
Der liegt auf 8, ja, auf 7.
Нет? Spielen. Ну, может, казалось.
So Austria not really managed to construct anything here in this seventh end.
No, I think the last one was just a bad call.
Yeah.
It's the wrong weight. And it got them into trouble.
Länge ist 8.
Wow, wow.
7.
7 ist gut. Ja,
Länge, oh.
ja, Linie. Wow. Kommt schön, kommt schön. Wow, wow. Ja, ja, ja. Fist, 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 fist. Sehr schön.
And it's a nice freeze for sure.
Das war dein letzter, gell?
Well played, especially without sweepers, but with the upweight ability of the Russian team, they can definitely make this goal.
I think so. What hand would you take this on, Sarah?
Well,
Надо очень попадать.
on the in-turn, I think would be easier.
Хочешь, мы вот так сделаем?
As long as it doesn't catch on the other yellows. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Ну, просто стоит тоже не так легко.
Would you agree?
I think so, Sarah, yeah. You're learning.
Да, да, но он не
I'm
очень
learning.
свалил.
Yeah.
Ты хочешь
Thanks.
сильнее?
What would I do without you?
То есть мы все-таки бьем двойной. Ой, в смысле, ну... Идет он? Хорошо. Ну ты слепуй.
The other option would be just to play a controlled tap on it, push the
Надо попасть в пол, да?
yellow through and just hold the shooter right on
Ниже,
top
чем
of it.
пол, да?
Yeah, but you can't ever
Надо
roll
попасть
because
ниже,
then
чем
you're
пол
going to lose
камня.
two.
А, все, ладно, да.
You like to see I've seen the Russians and Victoria Moiseeva play some big weight takeouts pretty accurately, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. And let's see what she has.
And again, she's calling for no one to sweep.
Слепуй. Давай, 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 давай.
As it squeezed down past it.
Oh, just left it for short stone. Just hit it a bit too thick.
Значит, надо...
Yeah, so it's a free draw to the 8 foot for the two.
Yeah, but still, it's an okay result for Russia. They will be one up with hammer. And even though it's probably a bit easier to steal in mixed doubles than in regular curling, being one up with hammer is always an acceptable score before the final end. Claudia Fischer needs this full 12 foot.
Expect Claudia to make this.
Ja, schnell. Ah, passt ganz gut. Ist okay, ist okay.
That's nicely played, so looks like a score of 2, and it is. And that margin is reduced to 1 shot. Russia now lead 6-5 going into the final end. I would take the last 2 shots probably.
So final end, just about to get started. We have 3 other games still running. It's Switzerland with a big lead over Romania, 10-3, and a close game between Wales and Hungary. Hungary undefeated so far in the group, and they are the reigning world champions. It's Wales with the 1 point up, and Hungary with the last stone in the 8th end. It's just being played actually, so we'll update you soon.
And this one looks tight once again. So I'm not sure why they continue to come the end turn if Claudia, if that's the weaker hand for Claudia.
No, it's happened a lot of times, and they're just giving the corner guards to Russia, and also they really need to steal this end to keep the game alive. Taking off the center guard is really not what you want to do. And I can tell you that Zoltkesh played a perfect final stone, scored 4 in the last end, I believe. At least it was enough to win the game.
Нет, больше. Больше, чем начало. 4. 6 садится. Нет, это больше на фриз. Ну, это 4.
Another nice shot from Victoria Moiseeva.
Даже показалось, что слабее толкнулся.
Yep, so we're just going to come and push this down and create a pocket now. Remember, Russia will be allowed takeouts after this stone.
Ring ist gut.
Wow.
8.
Wow.
8.
Sieht schneller aus.
9.
Kein Strich mehr.
It's just a bit heavy waiting for it to curl. We don't really want to roll with the red one, just want to push them back, and that's a nice shot by Christian Roth. And now I think we're going to see Russia just remove as much as possible with every single stone.
Yeah, I think so, Sarah.
No, just removing the red one, I think, with board weight and sitting in front of it. I would maybe like to see them get rid of some of the backing as well, because Austria tried to make that pocket for a reason. It's because they want to use it, so might not be the best thing to just leave it there for them.
Yeah, just anywhere high side of nose, I think.
Хорошо. Воу! Свип! Воу! Воу! Свип! Да-да-да! Свип! Да! Свип! Да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да! Держим, 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 держим!
How's the roll looking? If the red goes out, it's a nice shot. Held at top of the tee.
Полине хорошо было, ну, не шире, то есть так мягенько, поэтому он так... Мне нравится, что нет этого.
Yeah, so things looking fairly awkward now for Austria.
Yeah, they're going to need to play. I think they're playing the freeze on the yellow one on the tee line.
Ring ist gut.
Wow. Lass ihn curlen.
7.
Lass ihn curlen.
7.
Ja. Fest. Fest.
Need to keep this at a bit of an angle. Really breaking over the center line here. We'll make it in for second shot.
Yeah, it's tucked in.
Смотри, привезем мы сюда, что они вообще сделают? Ну, они будут убирать, например, это. Или...
So do you corner freeze this, or do you try and play the takeout?
Свой, например, играть. А если мы сейчас вот так сделаем, они опять повезут.
I think they're going to try and take it away. Of course, you would freeze everything, right, Kenny?
No, I'm just listening to what they're saying.
All right, you're Russian.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. See, there we go.
Yep, so Irina Kolesnikova will give them their point of view.
Ну да, если мы привезем вот так, это плохо, это двойной. Если привезем вот так, то, по-моему, это тоже неплохо. Нет? Если мы сыграем вот так. Ты хочешь вот так прям, да, вот так?
Нет, я не хочу, я просто говорю.
So,
Мне просто нравится, что
do you
если мы
think
придем
coach
сюда, то у них
interactions
здесь
are
закрыто,
something
и
that
здесь
are
закрыто,
valuable
им
to the
только
game,
вид.
Sarah?
Ну, на самом
Yeah,
деле, если мы
surely. I
приводим
actually think
сюда,
it's a bit strange that it's only the
ну,
players
как
that
бы
can
им
call a
тоже
timeout and
этот
not the
пока не
coach.
достается. И
Because
здесь им надо
most of the
чистить
time in
что-то.
most sports,
Причем
the coaches
такими
have a right to
клирами.
call timeout,
Единственное
right?
плохо, если мы,
You're
даже
not
если мы
agreeing
вот
at
так
all, are
сделаем,
you?
это тоже не
No,
так
I
плохо,
think
у нас
if
будет три.
the
как
two
бы там,
people out
чистить.
there or the 4 people in the conventional game of curling
Нравится?
can't make a
Уговорила?
decision, there's something far wrong. So you
Нам
don't need
нравится
someone
сюда
from the stands to come down and tell you what to do.
No, most of the time it's something
но
to
это
give
всё
you a
равно.
bit more time to discuss.
Да, если что, у нас стоит вот этот.
But we also quite often see missed shots after timeout
В
because
принципе,
it
если что
just
выше, мне тоже нравится.
changes the
Если
rhythm
он
of the
будет
game
вот
a
так,
bit.
ну, то это тогда не будет... А?
Просто не ниже, как бы.
Не ниже. Да. Причем не обязательно лучше.
I think the corner freeze would be the shot. I think the takeout on the red's pretty difficult. You might end up picking your own yellow. Or
На 7 ты дотрешь. Да.
yeah. But if you play it on the, maybe you could error on the tight side, and if you take away the guard, it's not the end of the world.
what you don't want to do is feather the
It's
corner
either
guard and take your own yellow out the top of the 4 foot. That really one top of the 4 is the match winner. It's blocking the hide in behind towards that 1 foot. So yeah, I think just I like this call.
Yeah, the corner freeze is that it's gonna leave them looking really, really good. But there's always a bit of risk just drawing and leaving more stones around when everything but giving up a steal is a good option. Because if it's not good, then if you ever leave Austria something to hide in behind or anything, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, see this one just gonna see moved that one top of the 4.
Aber der geht dann immer auf den
Not that great a shot.
Shot werden wir so nicht,
hier
gell?
den spielen.
Christian. Aber Shot werden wir wahrscheinlich nicht. Der liegt besser.
Wenn wir da rüberhauen, da liegen bleiben. Ist schwer. Aber wenn's ein,
Aber wegnehmen müsste man eigentlich. Ja. Ich überlege gerade.
ja. Ja.
Okay. Mit was willst du spielen? Mit nur einer Bordlänge? Weil ich möchte ihn recht wenig treffen, damit der Winkel spitzer wird, weißt? Damit er wirklich hier reinkommt und nicht hier. Damit er richtig hierher rollt. Board? Wobei es ist der Guard. Ja, geht es
Da
schon.
müssen wir
So
wahrscheinlich durch die
board
Mitte.
weight, try and catch this quite thin to get a steeper roll to sit for short stone.
Ja.
So, Board?
Ja.
So? Und hier treffen.
Mhm.
Irgendwo innen, dann bleibt er. Also auch wenn er sehr wenig innen trifft, dann bleibt er. Der kann nicht durchgehen. Er bleibt entweder hier hängen oder an dem.
Yeah, saying you can't really hit this too thin because there's no hole for it to go through. Really need to go for the roll here.
Yeah, certainly. Just catch as much as you can see, really, and hit that little pocket of air right on the centre line.
Need to catch it really thin, which means this has got some curling to do.
And I think he's a little wide, Sarah.
Oh,
Oh. That is not a good shot. He is less than pleased with that, I think, Sarah, would be the phrase I would use.
less than pleased, yes.
Бортом не нравится? Не, не нравится, мы можем вот так сделать.
It's one thing we
Давай,
haven't
то же
seen
самое.
here at the mixed doubles is any brush abuse. We've not seen any of that yet.
А если мы вот так?
No,
Не, не, хорошо.
still quite a friendly game.
На 5.
Yeah, plenty of time and the time clock's there. Are you someone who partakes in a bit of brush abuse?
Так не сильнее.
Not too much, actually. Are you?
I used to be.
Like, for some reason, I can imagine that.
So Alexander just going to try and I think corner freeze once again. I think.
Вес только! Свип! Можно... Да, свип! Можно поменяться! Нужно! Воу! Воу! Вообще не попадаем, подожди. Воу, 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 нет, пусть отцепит.
Oh, that's a real nice shot.
Yeah, that's exactly what Austria was attempting with their previous one.
Yeah, I would have liked this just to pull it ever so slightly shorter.
It's going to be hard for Austria to get one in there for shot stone and not leaving it very easily removed.
I think the triple maybe is there, but it's holding your shooter.
Well, if they make the triple, I mean the red one biting the forefoot would be shot.
Yeah, I think if you make the triple, you might catch the edge of that red, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That might be worth a try. I can't really see anything else that would do them any good.
No, no.
So?
Weniger.
So yeah, just like you said, hit that centre line as hard as you can. Sarah, do you think this will be made or not?
I'm going to be really mean and I'm going to say I think there's still going to be a yellow one hanging around. Just because this isn't very hard.
Fest!
What do you think?
Fest!
Has she got it for a potential extra end? Hits it perfect. But leaves one yellow. For second shot. Keeps the shooter though, so Victoria Moiseyeva still has to play her last.
Как я тогда била, помнишь?
Что?
Все, стой.
She doesn't need to stick around with this. She just needs to remove the red. So far it's a whoa. She got it. Yep. And with that, Russia will win the game. They will stay undefeated so far at the mixed doubles. Austria will move to 2-2. Korea beat England and Switzerland just won against Romania.
So there we see the line score at 3 in the sixth end, really proving the turning point in the game. So we are just about to bring you some highlights of this game between Austria and Russia, and we'll give you the post-game interviews also with the winning team, Russia. First end, Austria versus Russia. Russia sitting 2, Austria playing the moving everything around, and Austria managing to change the angles, but that left Russia a chance to hit and roll in for the single point, which they couldn't do, so it was a steal of 1 to Austria. Second end, Victoria Moisieva trying to draw around, and in the third end, Russia drawing this one right down onto the button. Fourth, and Claudia Fischer trying to play a tap back for 3, just didn't draw enough, and it would only be a single point at the break. Russia leading 3-2. Fifth end, and to play the run back, and just couldn't quite catch an edge of the red, so it was a steal of 1 to tie the game at 3 each. Sixth end, there you see a wide open hit, and they would pick up 3, and that's what they done, and took a great lead of 6-3 into the 7th end. Here we see once again Victoria Moisieva trying to spill the 2 stones from the forefoot, just caught on the outside. Claudia Fischer a free draw for 2 points to narrow the gap to that single point. Eighth and final end, Claudia Fischer trying to the last stone, and as we've seen so many times throughout this game, Victoria Moisieva coming down with the big, and 7-5 was the final score after 8 ends.
Only wins for you so far. What's your secret?
Just play, good playing. Yeah.
How do you like mixed doubles compared to other curling?
I really like mixed doubles because it's like, I don't know, cozy, or it's all up just to you, two people you're playing with someone in it. It's all up to you to win.
So what's your focus when you move on through the week?
First of all, we want to qualify from the group. Yeah, and then we'll see. Of course, everybody wants to win.
And finally, you have some people back home watching. Anyone you want to say hi to?
Hey, mom. Привет, привет.
Hey, mom.
Well, good luck and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.